Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Q&A Sunday. I'm Rich Dallas with Berkshire Hathaway, the Dallas-Fincham team. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about the 5 steps renters should think about when transitioning into home ownership. Okay, first off, let's start with renting is great for some people. It's low maintenance, it's sometimes less expensive, it's easy, there's no commitment, you can bounce around. If you don't like this place, you just move to another place and it's simple. So I'm not knocking renting. Renting has its place and it's always going to have its place. And that's why investors make a ton of money buying rental properties. But as a renter, one of the things you're doing is you are building equity for someone else. And all wealth management experts will tell you that you want to build equity for yourself and then buy more properties and let somebody else build the equity in those. So let's jump into the 5 steps. Number 1, you should start budgeting. You need to know kind of the cost of what you're going to be getting yourself into and what it's going to take to build or to buy a house. And you're going to want to plan for down payment and closing costs and escrows and all those types of things. Now, if you want more detail on budgeting, let me know. 412-965-6387. I can walk you through that. We'll get more into that later. Now, number 2, location. You need to research where you want to live. Do you want to live in the country? Do you want to live in the city? Do you want to live in a neighborhood? Do you not want to live in a neighborhood? There's a lot of people who don't want to be restricted by HOAs and, rules and regulations. So you really need to know where you want to live and what kind of lifestyle you want to live. And so therefore you can dial in your search so you know what areas you want to look in. Other things, you can check out Area Vibes. It's a website that gives you livability scores, and that will just base it on what's in the neighborhood and walkability and all those types of things. There's a ton of websites out there that you can check out. Step 3, estimate the cost of what you're going to be getting into. So one rule of thumb, and this isn't like, I'm not dropping the mic here and saying that this is everything, but one rule of thumb is if you are making $1,000, you shouldn't be paying more than $280 or 28% of your income for your housing budget. So just keep that in mind. So when you're estimating costs, think of that and run those numbers accordingly to what you make. Step number 4, shop for mortgages. There are a lot of commercials on TV every single day for, this fast mortgage and that fast mortgage and online mortgage, this and that. Those are great, but you really want to talk to a local lender. And if you want to talk to somebody that we trust, absolutely reach out to us and let us know. We can definitely get you in touch with the right lender. Being a solely online lender, they're not going to know the local ins and outs of our details of our contract. And then what's going to end up happening a lot of times is at the last 11th hour, there's going to be a delay in your closing. I've seen it happen 1,000 times with the online banks. Not knocking them. Again, there is a place for those. I just don't know that it's necessarily the right move for you as you're moving into a new home. You want to have somebody that can hold your hand and take you through the whole process. And we have a couple of great people that we work with all the time, and I can put you in contact with them. All right, step number 5. This is the fun part. You need to find an agent. Find someone that you trust. I would gladly take that role if you want me to be, or someone on my team would gladly help you, guide you through the whole process, especially in the pandemic time and how weird it is right now with now the new regulations of, what has to happen if you're an out-of-state buyer or you're, there's all kinds of craziness going around, and we can get you through it all. We know what's going on. We are on pace to sell over 200 houses in 2020, and That's a lot of houses. So there isn't anything that comes up in a transaction that we're not going to be able to get you through. But what you need to do is find someone that you trust, find someone that you can have fun with, and that's when the search begins and you get out and start looking at houses, and that's really where it gets fun. So I hope you like those 5 tips for renters to transition into home ownership. If you have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to somebody on the team. If you want to see one of your questions answered on a future episode of Q&A Sunday, put it in the comments below. Reach out to me, 412-965-6387. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Happy Thanksgiving.